Siren, thank you for the host. Thank you. What's up, everybody? I hope you guys are having a great evening. So, as you all know, this is the last... Oh, wait, I don't have my control set. I should do that real quick. Let me set that real quick. But as you know, this is the last stream for the Fire Emblem 8 0% growth run. We're at the end of the game, pretty much. This is more or less a formality. And we're going to be trying to... What is this? We're gonna be trying to get to the end of the game here. We're gonna try to save scum our way to the final boss. Actually, let me just change one last thing, and then we'll get started. Capture the speed button should be there. So, oh, Toasty, what? Welcome. Thank you for the gift subs, Toasty. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. Right out of the gates. We haven't even started drinking yet. We have a little bit to do before we can get to that part. But we're going to speed through that. Thank you a lot. Thank you so much for sending all those gift subs over to Lazy Susan, Zen no Kiseki, Redacted 776, Usagi Yokai, and Don't Believe in Magic. Thank you. I appreciate it. So we have our entire party ready. I have a couple of things that I'm going to explain as I go through this. So we can see that this chapter is pretty straightforward. It's a defeat boss chapter, and Leon's in the center of the stage here. He has Naglfar. Look at his stats. He has 27 defense and 30 res. So here's the strategy that I have seen a couple of people do for 0% growths. He has 27 defense. And if you look at any of my characters, we don't do any special extra damage to him. So like my strongest character, Sala, with Excalibur equipped, he does 38 damage, which means... with his 30 res, Sala can only do 8 damage to Leon, and Leon, if you look, has 75 HP. So how on earth are we supposed to break through that? Yeah, he's incredibly chunky, but I mean, I guess that comes with being a final boss. It's that final boss privilege. If you look at Cormag, you can see, with the Killer Lance, 10 might, he'll have 25 strength. And Wyvern Knights have a skill called Pierce. So what Pierce does, as the name implies, it pierces defense. So 25, critical hits do 3 times the damage, so a Pierce critical hit with Cormag will do exactly 75 HP. And the way Pierce works, the way skills work in this game, is that the percentage chance of it activating is equal to your level. So right now, Cormag has a 3% chance of activating it. We're not going to jump to Leon right away. We have a couple of easy-to-kill enemies here. So we're going to play through this a little bit normally first. We're just going to send Cormag over here before we start going for the funny RNG shenanigans. Alright. First thing we need to do is give him weapons that he can kill things with. So we're going to drop a Brave Lance on him. This is a little tricky to get through, this first part, because we need to make sure that he can actually kill the enemies at a relatively quick pace. So we're going to equip the Brave Lance. We don't want to accidentally, like, make it so that that he runs out of Killer Lances, because we're gonna need the strat for 2 parts. We're gonna need it here and for the actual final boss, because you know it wouldn't be a Japanese RPG, it wouldn't be a video game if we didn't have a final form to go through. So let's just place our units here, and you know, we're just playing the game normally, you know, letting Cormac take some hits, and he's gonna get some EXP. Every time I've tried this out, I believe that Cormac has been able to hit up to level 7, which is more than double the chance that we'd have if we were relying on a level 3 Pierce proc. So it's not too bad. It's pretty reasonable. So we're just gonna have him farm all these skeletons. Hopefully we don't miss any low percent or high percent chances here. That would just be unfortunate. And as you all know, we're on 0% growths. So level ups here are solely for the purpose of just letting Cormac have a higher chance of piercing, because that means we have a higher chance of getting through this fight without having to reset as much. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 more of these guys to go through. So we're just going to let them run at Cormag. Marginally higher chance is less... Exactly. The marginally higher chance is still a higher chance. Like, if you look at it between, like, the differences between 3 and 7%, even mathematically speaking, you still have significantly better chances, because 7% compared to 3% is more than double the chances. There's twice as many universes where I get that 7%. So yeah, I have a feeling when I did this, the first time that I was testing out how to beat Leon, I actually like got it within like 3 resets. I got the Pierce crit, which was ridiculous because it's so unlikely. But I mean, you know, luck is luck is luck. Sometimes you're just born in the right universe. Comedic RNG. All right, we're gonna use a Brave Lance, and we just need to pull over to the right side. Where did Tethys go? Over here. And Cormac just needs to wipe as many units as he can to get as many levels as possible before we go for the warp strats. And the warp strats in and of himself are pretty ridiculous. I think warp strats are really funny to watch. Like, oh, we got a Pierce over there actually. Just the idea of circumventing an entire map just because you can. Alright, Physic. We're just gonna heal. I'm trying to make it so that people only attack Cormag or people who can't counterattack. So let's see. We can use a summon. Just to be another decoy. Just be some more bait. Let's put the Phantom over here. And before the Phantom just dodges everything like some kind of maniac. Phantoms aren't supposed to dodge things, but you know, sometimes you just get the really ridiculous RNG. This guy's an Axe Reaver, so like, that guy's... This Phantom's actually just going to explode. Phantom is the best boy. You're right. Just, that should actually be the character that everyone S supports, just the summon Phantoms. Oh, god damn it. That guy has the Lance Reaver. Alright. So we have a couple more skeletons to go through, some spooky, scary Skelly-mans. That 44% hit rate is obnoxious. Get out of my face, I don't want to deal with that. Alright, we need to, pull back a little bit so we can just weaken these guys a little bit, and then Cormac can finish them off. The fact that there are enemies that Cormac cannot like 1 round still is just upsetting. He will double crit. Just imagine getting double crit by a Phantom. I don't think there's any enemy that can get doubled by a Phantom now that I think about it. That would just be a little excessive. Right, Vanessa has the Axe Reaver, so we can just trade that over here. Fill our inventory. Axe Reaver. Why? Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, it's all going smoothly. Level 6. We need 2 more. We need 2 more levels here. So we're just gonna cover. I'm gonna put someone over here. Rescue. Actually, I can do you. And then we can just drop. We should have enough tanky units to survive this next turn. Summon. Alright. I know I can get 1 more level, I'm pretty sure. Though actually, I feel like it might not be worth it. Like, I think maybe if I kill the Gorgon, since they have 11 Phantom stat scale, so pretty sure... Oh, can they? Oh, there definitely are enemies. This guy has 6 speed. There probably are enemies that this Phantom can double, like Bolting Sages. Alright. That guy has the Axe Reaver with 100. Look at this battle window. This is the funniest thing to see. Like, you should never see a character taking 27 damage from a generic enemy like that. Worth it. Worth it. 3 damage, baby. Alright. We're gonna put Dussel over here. Eric over here. We have this wall now. I'll put Sala over here to cover. And this should be fine enough. Phantom takes a hit. Cormac takes a fat hit. Alright. Then we have a couple more skeletons coming in. This should be fine. We can actually, we should summon with Noel. Yeah, he should definitely be able to hit level 7 at this rate. Cormac can just... Something tells me that's a poor idea. If I don't... If I were to do that, if I were to take that and miss both procs with the Brave Lance, that would actually just be catastrophically hilarious. Just resetting it this far into the beginning. Like, we're not even at the warp shenanigans yet. We're just resetting over some dumb stuff. Killer Lance. Funny crit. 1 range physics. Sometimes you realize we don't need to conserve that much. It's fine. It's okay. Alright. And this is at full HP. That guy's a killing edge. I'm not fucking with that. We're gonna hit you with all these bows. Yeah, get the... Watch me get critted by this killing edge guy. There we go. I don't wanna deal with that 35% enemy crit. Kind of like too much of a meme. Alright, we'll do this. We'll move Erica back. We'll put Dussel over here. This should be fine. Let's see how much damage Vanessa takes here. 9 damage and... Why the fuck does she get doubled? Okay, 6 damage. Or 13 damage and 10 damage. That's fine enough. Vanessa can be a wall here. Heal Lance, 10 damage and... 10 and 16. But there's a 6% chance to crit. If I get hit... I'm saying I didn't hoard everything. I used to be the kind of type of person to hoard everything, but that changed a lot. I think watching a lot of like low percent runs and like this is actually obnoxious. I think I can get by without the phantoms. It's gonna be a little bit annoying, but why did he get crit? Why did this guy just get crit? Like, excuse me? There was no reason for that to happen. I'm pretty sure he would have gotten doubled regardless. What's up, Nidhogg? That's a fucking javelin crit. Get the fuck out of here. Oh my god. I should have just been luckier. I feel like just for that, I should, like, take a drink. That's just... Okay, okay. So we're gonna dance. I think this is redundant. We're off to a great start RNG-wise. That could have been the RNG to give me the Pierce crit. I'm just saying. Excuses? Maybe a little bit. Oh, that's strange, but that's okay. Alright, we've cleared the front area now. So now we have to do all the important stuff. We're gonna hammer in the warp staff. So now we have 5 warps again. And then Sala is going to move over here. Mag is gonna move over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, and then we need to have 1 unit like around here. And then we're gonna do the funny part. Now we get to the actual drinking part of this. Alright. Now we get to start drinking soon. Alright, so here's what we do. Here's what we're gonna do. We equip Cormag with his Killer Lance. Molder is going to staff. Gonna trade here. Need to make sure actually everyone's in position here. Yeah, we're gonna spend 1 extra turn. I need to make sure I can fly properly. Don't forget to save state. I'm gonna save state. I should probably save state here, actually. We'll save state here. Okay. So Molder is going to cast Warp on Sala over here. You can see we have all this distance on the map to cover. However, all that distance doesn't matter. Because we can just dance Molder twice. And we warp Cormag over here. And now you may be saying, but Molder has the warp staff. How are we going to get to the other side of the map? Well, you should say that. I have a delivery system. Trade warp staff to Vanessa. And now Sala has the warp staff. And now, I need that. Need that still. We warp. And now Cormag is over here. Now we have successfully warped to the final boss. So this is the part where we really save state. So I need to explain what I'm about to do, because what I'm about to do is going to look strange to just about anyone that doesn't understand how RNG and Fire Emblem works. So here's a little explanation. So you can see every time that I move my cursor in and out of the movement range, you'll see. If you notice, the way the arrow is shaped changes every time I'm moving in and out. They call this cursor dancing. And what happens is that to determine the pattern of the arrow, the game will burn 1 RN, 1 random number, in the list of random numbers that have been generated. The way that Fire Emblem works is that it's built off a predetermined list of random numbers. So every time I move my cursor, it's burning a new random number, which means that this is going to manipulate the outcome of the fight that I'm going to do against Leon. Yeah, TLDR RNG abuse via cursor dance, right? Some people do it really fast, like when you watch speedruns. Like, they'll just go like this. And then you'll see, like, they memorize how many times they're supposed to go in and out of the field like this to, like, get the perfect level up. It's ridiculous. Me? I don't know anything. I know absolutely jack shit. But what I do know is that if I eventually keep on cursor dancing, that I will get a lucky crit. So let's see what happens in a normal fight. We're going to turn on animations for a little bit. So in a normal fight, look at these numbers. Cormac can double. He does 0 damage and has a 25% chance to crit. If you hit your head against a brick wall enough times, you'll eventually crit the wall. So watch this. Come and face your death. I'm waiting, you miserable fool. Your corpse will make a perfect offering in my resurrection. We got the crit, but we did no damage. We saw the crit animation. So if it doesn't go correctly, fucking die. Alright, we saw the critical hit. However, that's not enough. What we need to see is a Pierce crit. And the animation for Pierce makes him glow blue. And that would cancel all of his defenses and make him do 25 times 3 damage. If it doesn't go correctly, Cormac gets fucking nuked. Exactly. So we will assign that hotkey. You can see at the top of the screen. That's our first reset. So we changed the RNG. Go up to the top. Actually, let me do this for faster menuing for everyone's sake and my own. Let's do this. We watch the scene again. No damage. Cormac dies. So that is another reset. So we're gonna have to keep on doing this, and that's why I'm going to indulge in some alcohol while that happens. So we're gonna save, jump over, and you know, this is just how it's gonna go. We miss. We keep on just going. So this is going to get very repetitive. So I'm gonna turn off the audio here. We're gonna turn off the audio, and I'm gonna put on a more relaxing playlist to listen to, because it just would not be great to listen to. Oh my god, why does that make the game go so fast? Why does muting the emulator make the emulator go so fast? That's strange. We have to I guess we have to turn it off on volume mixer, which that's fine. He's getting in the mood. Cormac's soul after he watches you sacrifice him again. It's just this like endless Sisyphean nightmare for him. He just keeps on dying. One day he'll get the right proc. Alright. So we're gonna put on some Fire Emblem Lo-Fi. Alright. Let's see. Killer Lance. No damage. Let's try again. Reset. It's a lot slower when I have to do the hotkey as well. No damage. And that is going to be our first sip of this Horchata Yeti. Oh damn, that's good. An Imperial Stout with Saigon Cinnamon and Madagascar Vanilla Beans. I hope this lasts for a long time. It's pretty good. It tastes really nice. We got the Pierce. Wait, I actually want to show that one. So if you notice, he actually took damage this time. So if we see the animation, you'll see how different it looks. Hit Leon with Cormac Killer Lance Butt again. Thank you for the command. So you can see that there is a distinct clear glow. And wait, he gets a crit, which means, if I'm not mistaken, one more RNG burn. No damage. That is not the crit that we needed. So sad. And I think that was 2 more. Alright, so then. Goodness. That's so sad. Because usually, if you notice, I'm going to talk about some more number stuff here. If you take a look at Leon's crit rate is 11. So if I get a crit or a pierce, and then Leon also follows up with a crit, it tells me that a lot of the random numbers next to each other are all really low. And that means that it's likely that the next resets will be, all be, more likely to be pierce crits. No damage. Alright, let's do that again. Oop. You should save the redeems for me to fill up my mouth with water instead of booze. They do say take a sip, though. Alright. We'll get there eventually. I was surprised when I put this poll up on Twitter. I was like, would you rather see me RNG abuse through this? Or would you rather me actually just kill the guy and be over with it? And the split between do the RNG abuse on stream. Ooh, that's another sip. It was a lot bigger than I thought it would be. Like, people really wanted me to go through this pain here. Like, the gap between the two was, like, very wide, surprisingly. And that's 2 more. I keep on forgetting. That's another one. We'll get there eventually. The first time I did it, it happened really fast. The second time I did it, it took a little bit of time. That's a miss. That's upsetting. That's no damage. Hey. Ooh, and that's another sip. We're speedrunning this. Honestly, can you even actually kill Leon normally? Since, like, honestly, I don't think it's physically possible for you to kill Leon with crits. In vanilla, like, if you're not playing 0%, I think it's definitely possible. Yeah, it should be possible. Like, it would just be really hard. Like, you would need a very high strength stat. Like, a strength stat as high as his defense stat. Oh, and 0%. No, I'm pretty sure in 0% growth, you literally need to have the Pierce crit or the silencer. Otherwise, I don't think... I feel like every time I've seen someone do this, it's been Pierce or silencer. Usually Pierce core mag. Yeah, I remember when I was playing through this also, I was like, what are the chances? What are the chances that, not the chances, what if I promoted core mag to Wyvern Lord for the stat boost instead of the ability? I'm so glad I didn't make that mistake again. Because if I didn't promote core mag to this class, this strategy would not be even possible, and I would just be walled here. Alright. That's not it. It's sometimes fun to watch to see if core mag gets critted also. You know, you'd be really drunk. I would just not be able to try this. The real question is, why the fuck does Wyvern Lord not get Pierce? The question is, why does Wyvern Lord not get... Oh, Wyvern Lord gets swords. In that case, is what it is. They get swords in exchange for lacking Pierce. No damage. Oh wait, I just got crit. Alright, let's see. No damage. Damn it. We'll get there. Was I too generous with 5? I might have been a little bit too liberal with the number. I'm glad you like the music. Quality gameplay. Alright, yeah, that's right. I need to make sure I don't accidentally burn extra RNs, because you never know. I could accidentally go over 2 random numbers instead of 1, and just be completely past... Because even going over 1 random number incorrectly could result in me completely missing a Pierce kill, which would be absolutely disastrous. Alright, let's try again. You know, this beer tastes really good. So even if I keep on dying, I at least get the reward of yummy sip. Woozle channel, are you winning? E with 2 T's? Define winning. I forget if I RN burned here. We are currently at the final boss. We'll eventually win. We'll eventually win through grit and sheer determination. I think that's 2 that I did. Through sheer determination, I will eventually get the critical hit that I need here. If I have to define winning, you... Well played, Woozle, well played. They say that beer tastes like... Some people will say that. I am a fan of a lot of different beers, though. Oh, we got a... Oh, wait, Pierce crit. Pierce crit. That might be the next one, then. Let's see. Another sip. Certain beers, yeah, I think I would agree, kind of taste like piss. or like what you think piss would taste like. Because I've never personally drank piss, not me, but like it looks like it would taste like it, and like that's like the mental thought you get. But this one's got like horchata and cinnamon in it, but like so it like tastes really sweet. You know, sometimes I feel like you just have to find the right beer. God fucking damn it! Every time I see the Leon crit, I'm like, oh, this is my chance now. Though, what is likely is if you get crit by Leon twice, I think the chances are pretty possible that you're gonna get the Pierce crit. Not, like, probable, because if we look at the numbers here, Leon has an 11% chance to crit. I have a 7% chance to hit Pierce. So there are 4 RNs to burn in that calculation. Let's see. Is this the chance? We got a Pierce, and we got the crit. Again. Let's try again. Let's try this. Damage, god damn it. And that was 2 more. It's just, you know, there's so many different flavors of beer. That's why, like, before I did this, I went out and picked up some different, like, singular bottles of beer. You know, instead of, like, buying a 6-pack of beer, I went to, pick up individual bottles and just like get them all together in a rack, because I think one of my favorite things is just trying out different flavors. I'm like a big fan of just like the different ways beer can taste. I'm not a fan of IPAs though. I think IPAs are like my least favorite. Take another sip. I'm sure I'm missing like a couple of these resets, but at this point it's just a counter for when do I want to drink. The name of my favorite beers, if we go for like the classic, like the beers that have are like name brands that like people know all about, I think my favorite beers would be Blue Moon. Blue Moon is one of them. I think once I hit 50 I'll raise the reset count to 10 so that I don't descend. Understandable. Yeah, so Blue Moon is a favorite. I'm a fan of Corona if I have a lime with me. Yingling is pretty good. Yingling also has pretty good variety. Those are probably my favorite, like, common brand beers. So, we have those. And then I have, like, some obviously local ones that, like, usually don't want to name because, I don't know, apparently some people are like, yeah, you can figure out easily where you're at if you list, like, the local beers. And I'm like, I mean, but I got a beer from California here. God damn it, this is not the good seed. Yingling is base. I love Yingling. It's, like, such a good, like, introductory beer, like, to get you into, like, this is, like, what you have to drink and enjoy to understand regular beers. Like, if you don't like this, you probably won't like most, like, standard beers in the first place. I have gotten, like, 3 or 4 Pierces without crits, and that is so heartbreaking, because there's a 1 in 4 chance to get the crit. I just got crit. Ouch. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. That's not correct either. That wasn't even pierced, so, like, we're just gonna reset that. No damage. And then hit down. Sir, please let me critical you with the pierce ability just once. You're gonna go for this one. No damage, but we got crit. That means we gotta be getting close. No damage. No crit. Okay. Wait. Ooh. I think I missed like 4 of those. Alright. Using your better discretion. Yeah, I think maybe 10 resets might be a better increment. It's like I'm almost shotgunning this beer. Alright. Let's see. This time, no damage, no crit. Take a sip, take a sip. I just took a sip, I'll take another one. So now, can you tell where someone is because they eat Doritos? I think it'd be more like if they had like a special flavor of Doritos, like limited edition or like Doritos that are only produced where they are. Like, that's the thing. And that's like the thing with like beers too. Like, There's some beers that you can only get in like specific places. So if you list that you're getting a beer and like no one's ever heard of that beer, but like you look it up and then it's like it's brewed in the special like holy temple high above in like the Alabama plains, then yeah, it's like, yeah, oh, that guy lives around there because they don't export to anywhere else. But yeah, special Doritos. I don't know if they make special flavored Doritos. I know they do so for like other chips, or like how like McDonald's. You can tell where someone is based on what they call Cool Ranch Doritos. It's the blue Doritos, obviously. But like if you think about like I remember I saw like McDonald's was like selling this like ninja burger or the samurai burger where it was like teriyaki and chicken on it. Oh, that sounded so good, and I was so excited when I heard about it, and then I found out that it was in like Singapore only, and I was like, wait, but I really wanted a ninja burger. I'm upset now. It's like they just taunt you with these. I think I've done like 4 resets. Imagine eating Doritos. Sometimes they're cool American, really? That's interesting. Just a very American flavor, you know? Let's see this time. There it is. Let's mute this. We have to see this one. It took us 58 resets only. It only took us 58 resets, everyone. But we need to see. When we get this, we need to see it in its full glory. We can't just watch that happen on the overworld. So this is what we've been waiting for, everyone. This is what we've been waiting for. Options. Animation. Take a look at this. We're not done yet, Seer. We still have a little bit more to go through. But this is the power of Pierce Crit. Come and face your death. I'm waiting, you miserable fool. Your corpse will make a perfect offering my resurrection. Shut the hell your mouth. Boom. Look at all of that damage. It says 0 damage. It says 0 damage, but we took out full 75 HP. So that's part 1. That's part 1. It only took us a couple minutes. And we get a level up out of that, which even though this is 0% growth, that extra 1 level does mean a lot. Alright. 0 times 3 equals 75. It's been to be fair, Magic, it's been half an hour, but part of those minutes were me farming levels for Cormag. So what do levels do in 0% growth? Very good question, Woozle. If you look at some of these characters, look at Innis. Innis is a sniper. You can see it says skill, Sure Strike. For Cormag, his skill is Pierce. So for skills to activate, it's based on your level. So the higher level you are, the more chances you have to actually crit, or to pierce, or to sure shot. So it's equal to your level. So right now I have a 8% chance to proc pierce. So if you think about it, I have an 8% chance to proc pierce and a 25% chance to crit, which means 8% of 25 is 2. There is a 2% chance that I get the pierce crit. That is why we have been resetting and burning our random numbers. So we actually have to play through this a little honestly first, and we also lost Null, which is like a big hit. We don't have a summoner here anymore. There are a few skills which aren't level percent, but hey, yeah, like if you look at Molder, bishops have Slayer, which are it's just permanently active. Anytime he fights an undead enemy, he does extra damage, which doesn't mean much because like he has 6 magic in the first place, so he's not gonna hurt anything. Actually, I did recruit Ewan. He just doesn't do any damage. So the first part of this boss fight here, the final boss fight here, we can't attack the boss yet because what he's going to do is summon a ton of monsters. So we have to kill all the monsters first, and then we can actually try to do the second phase of RNG manipulation. So we're just going to do this. I'm going to put everyone here. And you'll see he just straight up summons a bunch of enemies. Now what we don't want to deal with is that mogul in the top right. Only one of them got summoned. That's fine. So we need to kill this thing specifically because he's going to hit us with siege magic, and siege magic will do a lot of damage to us. We need to kill a lot of these guys, which is fine because we have holy weapons. So we just need to hit these guys. Let's see. The first thing, I want to reach this guy over here, but there's a lot of enemies in the way, which is problematic because this guy, if I'm not mistaken, has Shadow Shot, and Shadow Shot's gonna do a lot of damage. Comical sniper rifle ice balls. Yes, I hope what I'm explaining is making at least a little bit of sense. Like, if I press the A button on this character, it'll make a lot of sense. Everything in the red can get hit by this guy and die in one hit. We have to kill him because of that. Let's see, what can we send over? Myrrh will insta-kill this guy? No, wow. He does not one-shot most of these things. Boom. Get that guy out of there. We need to kill the eyeball, because the eyeball is going to be a big pain in the ass. Myrrh's already level 13. But yeah. I'm trying to figure out how we get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know how to get there. So we're gonna dance Myrrh. Kill it! Kill it! Kill the eye! Did I do Ephraim or Erica's route? I did Erica's route. I did Erica's route because you couldn't pay me to, you could not pay me to go to pirate ship on 0% growths. My brain does not have the mental capacity for that. The power of an incredible amount of roar, critical hit. I love the dragon roar for that. So, we just clear that guy, and now we just have to stay a little backwards. That's the map you were curious about. Yeah, no. Doing that map would actually just be painful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we can't reach. Staff rescue. Alright, we need to kill a couple more things. But we also need to make sure that Tethys doesn't die. So we're going to rescue Tethys. Wait, we're gonna put Dussel in the front, I think. Dussel goes in the front. I think Cormag should be able to live on this left side. Garrick should be able to live here, and we give him Outholma. So we should be able to survive here. And let's just drop Tethys. Take drop. We need to just clear out all these enemies before we actually try to fight the final boss. He's big as hell. God, I fucking hate this game. This guy's a longbow? Are you serious? Trade. Give me that rescue. Staff. No, I can't use rescue here. Ow. Why is Cormac made of literal paper? Cool. Very glad that he's still lit. I fucking hate... These guys spawned with longbows? These guys actually spawned with longbows. I don't like that. I absolutely despise that. Anyways, we're back here. This is why not having Null is going to be a little bit of a pain. Because not having our summoner means that there's going to be a lot of enemies that we can't just bait for free. But it's not undoable. It's not something that we can't handle. It just makes it significantly easier. That still makes me mad. How the fuck did they spawn two horsemen and they both had longbows? That's just rude. Like, the highest movement enemy unit with the farthest reaching weapon. They really just said, yeah, you're not allowed to have fun here. The fun ends tonight. Okay, no, they really just said the fun ends tonight now. They summoned one of these, which is probably one of the worst enemies you could even ever see. Like, get the hell out of my house. They summoned 2 Shadow Shot guys, which is also just disgusting. Nidhogg. I actually don't know how I beat this enemy spawn. I'm gonna be completely honest. I think we might have to just, rescue and run away. Let's see. Short bow. Not what we need. How much damage does Molder do? Not a lot. Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna dance. And we're gonna go out of Shadow Shot range and rescue Innis. Because these guys do a lot of damage. Yeah, the dragons being spawned, that's just fucked up. That's super fucked up. Alright, how much damage does Myrrh do? Myrrh does 49. She one-shots, which is fine. We need to apply. We already had the barrier, so we trade barrier to Molder. just so that Mer can tank a little bit more. 34 res. So yeah, we just want her to not die. Alright, so Mer, Dragonstone. Shut the fuck up. And it's a crit. Alright. Good level up, good level up. 21 damage. Yeah, we're going to rescue both of these characters. That's just rude. Mer is out for blood. She is like crit twice on stream already. And then rescue. What's the range here? Okay, cool. Raid. Or no. Take. Drop. This should be fine. I don't know if Tethys gets one-shot by a Shadow Shot. Ephraim, please. I don't know how this goes anymore. We're gonna try this out still. I think we can still RNG abuse this. Damn, already made it this far, right? Yeah, it only took 58 resets to kill Leon. This is just obnoxious, though. I hate this. I hate this area so much. Ephraim backs off. Mer gets a one-shot. Mer one-shots everything to a comedic effect. Also, what's up, Nezu? Good to see you stopping by. Like, it's also... This is just, like, legitimately also just a tricky map to deal with. But also, goddamn, I hate all these enemies. Okay, cool. We can double the spider. Get the fuck out of my face. Dallas should be able to kill the, You know, in order to be safe here, we actually need to... 1, 2... Let's see. You have big range. I hate that. Sounds like you need to turn on the growths. No, we need to turn on safe states is what we need. Yeah, the positioning here is really not great. Audhoma. How dare you do that much damage? Thala will be able to one-shot with Excalibur. RNG is a true test of skill. RNG manips are pure skill. No luck. Erica, how much damage do you do here? 33. God damn. Oh, I have Vidolfnir with Dussel. I can just get doubled and not die. What the hell up? Okay, move Cormag back. I might have to reset just because he summoned 2 goddamn eyes. Like, really? He summoned 2 shadow shots. It's actually just messed up. Okay, actually I might have fucked up, if only because... Okay, no, only Dussel's in range. So, staff rescue. Let's see how this goes. Oh, right, fuck off. Be funny and you use Latona for 10 EXP. Correct, you're right. We should just use Latona. Yeah, I have no shame using save states at this point. Every other chapter is like a reasonable fight. But the final 2 chapters, you actually like... It is just a roll of the dice. And it's like, you're rolling a D100. Or I guess the D60, I think is the biggest, most reasonable dice. You're like rolling a D60 and trying to get like 3 ones in a row. Oh, these are seeded. These are seeded! I fucked up. I know how to deal with this, actually. First off, Mer goes for a kill. Shut up. And then Sala has to staff, warp. If we just put Innis over here, if I just put him over here, we just take out the Shadow Shot guy for free. I hate this. I hate Siege Tomes. Well, 100 for 100 you usually use a D10. Oh, duh. You use D10. You use 2 D10s. They have like the separate like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and then like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 D10s. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. So now, I think I could have just warped with a Molder and then rescued. That might be what I need to do. I hate that this is seated the way it is. Ow. Siegmund. And then we just... I think we rescue out. Yeah, we have to rescue people. 1... We have 4 units, so we should be able to do all the rescuing here. Rescue. Wait. Take. Drop. Alright, we should be safe. No one uses them because they're essentially balls. Yeah, basically. D100s, yeah. I have a D60 and that's basically a ball. Alright. How does this go? Wow, Innis just got manhandled over there. Good thing I have rescue. Yeah, this is probably the most realistic way to deal with this section here. That's just terrible. Staff, I have mend. There we go. Now we can heal. Alright, now this is going to be realistic. Now we just have to wait for the enemies to come to us, and then we can fight the Demon King for real. Motherfucker. Let's move Molder out of the way. Molder the Boulder needs to not explode. And then this guy, he has a Javelin with 15 speed. So Javelin with 15 speed, 11 con, means that he just has 15 speeds. He's not going to double us. Alright, and then I just need to trade an Elixir, so I'm at full HP. Being at full HP doesn't matter. We're essentially gonna send everyone on a suicide mission after this. But I guess there's just like minor meaning to it. Dustle goes over here and equips the Vidalfnir, and we just kill a couple of enemies. Shut the fuck up. There we go. Alright. So let's heal up Sala, and let's get these last kills. Alright. Sala uses Excalibur. Boom, one shot. Vidalfnir, not a one shot. That's fine. Hog. God, why does it only do 40 damage? That's so upsetting. 42. There we go. That's the one shot. It doesn't matter if everyone does, you beat the game. We almost beat the world first Seth death if you ignore the fact that you didn't bring Seth. We could have seen the world's first Seth death, but yeah, I don't need Seth. Like, Seth is not needed for this, because Seth does not have the same stats as Dustle has, and Dustle is just a stronger unit. Alright. Now we're at the real point where we're going to start doing the fun resets again. Because now that we're at this point here, we just simply need to start doing RNG abuse again. So we're going to put Cormag up over here. We're going to set up the turn. And we need to move everyone in a position where they can all reach the Demon King. Because what's going to happen is that if I get a regular Pierce, if I just get a regular Pierce, I can still beat the chapter, but everyone has to hit with sub 60% hits, which is super unreliable, but we can do it. Alright, so we get that, and we move over here. And he's not going to summon anything as far as I know. So we're going to put our save state here. And Knoll doesn't do any damage. Alright. So, we once again must do the cursor dance. In before Indus crit. I don't think anyone has the ability to crit. Alright, let's turn back the music. Alright. The unfortunate thing about this is that we cannot skip animations here. Even if animations are off, we have to see the Demon King animation every time. Alright. So let's save. And let's just do this. Killer Lance. That's a miss. So, what's going to be great about this is that we're just going to have to see this every time. Yeah, I know the save state. So if you notice, we have to work with a 37% hit rate this time as opposed to a 75% hit rate. So we are at significantly worse odds here. Also, that was 2 resets. So, try that again. No damage. It hit, but we didn't get a crit or a pierce. That's the hard part. No damage. We'll get a pierce. Ooh, we'll get a pierce eventually. Hello, what's up, Action Productions? You're just here to watch me reload and save the game like another 50 times just so I can beat the game. No pierce. We're getting hits though, surprisingly. Yes, we have to reset if we make no damage, because this character has a special ability to ignore defense. And when that ability activates, it'll ignore his defense and will actually do a good amount of damage. So that's what we're looking for here. That's the whole purpose of these resets and this positioning here. So we keep on getting no damage. We're surprisingly hitting a lot, though. So there's light at the end of the tunnel. Not a lot of light, though. It's still pretty dark. There we go. Let's see this time. Like, I swear, the moment I see that pierce, like, that flash, I'm gonna lose it. Elliot has to reset unless he gets pierce, or a pierce crit. Yeah, exactly. And pierce is very obvious. When it happens, the screen will flash blue. Not yet. Zen, 0%. Looking rough. What's up, Zen? Good to see you. We're doing our best here. I mean, we're pretty much at the end. It's just a matter of when it'll come, not if it will come. Also, the Demon King's dodge animation looks really funny. He just, like, his whole body flies backwards. What's happening so far, Action Productions? So, we're trying to beat Fire Emblem, the Sacred Stones. And to do that, in order to do enough damage to kill the final boss, we need Cormac to activate Pierce. Pierce will ignore his defense and do the damage that we need to do the total amount of damage necessary to kill the Demon King, which is 25. With that done, we have exactly enough with every other unit in the game to kill off the Demon Lord. Just exactly. If we get a Pierce crit, it's a lot safer and not everyone has to be sacrificed. You're right. I'm pretty sure I definitely reset at least like 6 times there. Another sip. Alright. Let's try this time. And while we're doing so, every time I get 10 resets, I take another sip of my beer. So we're trying to see how long will it take before Cormac gets to do what it is that he has to do. So let's see. I'm actually proud of myself for that reset counter. I think I made it look pretty nice. I think it blends in pretty well. Like, it just fits on the top of the screen, like, really nicely, especially during the fight. God. I'm surprised, actually, at how many hits we've gotten. Like, they're not pierces, but they're still hits. Because 35% is not very high. And the fact that I've been hitting so many of them, very interesting. No damage. It's like every time you just see your death happen again and again. Cormac has just been in this time loop. No damage. We have an 8% chance for this to proc, by the way. There's an 8% chance that we get this. So there's going to be... The game doesn't want you to die, but it wants you to suffer. Exactly. Comical 27... Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, I mentioned this a lot. The hit rate that you see on the screen, that 37% hit rate, is actually a 27% hit rate because the way the game calculates hit rates is that it pulls 2 numbers and averages them together. So hit rates that are lower than 50 are actually lower than what is shown on the screen. You actually know them by heart? I know how to estimate them, but I don't know the actual like numbers by heart. Like, I could predict that like an 80% is roughly near like 89 to 90%. But like, I don't know the exact specifics of it. Ooh, drink. Let's see this one. 80 is 92.2%. It's a low 90. We'll take that. I know math well enough. Ugh. What about this one? I'm surprised I haven't at least seen the flash yet. But I guess if we did see the flash, then we would be pretty much done at this point. The fates and... Oh, you mean like by heart? Because I know that their formula... Yeah, it's so weird how like Fire Emblem calculates hit rate. I believe in Fire Emblem Fates, it's like if you're above 50%, it like uses 3 numbers, averages them together. And it's like really strange. It like made things really different. Sure, it was always weird to me as a mechanic. Feels like you're presented. Yeah, it's I feel like it was a psychological thing. Cause you see like a 90%, you expect it to hit most of the time. But the way true hit works is that I think psychologically we expect things that are above 50% to hit more often than they do. And we expect things that are below 50% to hit less often than they do. Yeah, so like that's the reason why I think they chose that formula. Because mathematically, it does add up. Was that a crit that the guy just got on me? I feel like I heard like a whirring sound. That's kind of funny. People get really mad when things aren't rigged. Yeah, because I've played Final Fantasy Tactics Advance and like a little bit of XCOM, and those hit rates are like true. What you see is what you get. A 90% is a 90%. But then you realize that 90% miss way more often than you realize a 90% misses. And like it makes sense that a 90% you see those miss because like 1 out of 10 times is not a low chance. Yeah, the gambler's fallacy also exists. I'm gonna get it this time. I'm gonna get the crit this time. I'm not gonna get it this time. So we're just gonna keep on resetting this. But yeah, I think it's an interesting like approach that they took because we expect things like 95s to hit, but like a 5 out of 100 chance isn't like exactly super unlikely. Like a lot of people will get mad at their character for missing and then drop the character completely. I've definitely seen someone write off like an entire race of characters in Final Fantasy Tactics Advance because their Banga monk was not very good at hitting things at 90% accuracy. Final Fantasy Tactics Advance is a fun game. That was like probably like my second Tactics game after Fire Emblem. Like I've always like been a fan, like ever since I was like 10, just like strategy games. When you miss a 99% true, finally times I'm ready to rest. Oh my god, 85 rip. It's okay, Zero. Good to see you. Also, it's supposed to be like 90. I definitely hit so many resets without actually hitting the counter. Unironically, I haven't even finished this first beer yet, but the first beer is 9.5%, which is kind of strong for a beer. But I've only been ever since the 50th reset. I've only been going every 10 resets. Yeah, but the whole thing about the Demon King is that we have a 37% hit chance. We've gotten a lot of hits, and I feel like I've lost a lot of the low RNs already because of that. Reverse gambler's fallacy. I'm sure my liver will be okay though. Wait. Let's do that. Save. I feel like I could have gotten like a macro button for this to make it go a little bit faster. Because right now, I have to like do so many hand movements outside of the game. And it's just like taking a little bit longer than it did when I was just doing this on my own. Because obviously I also have to hit the death counter button. No damage. Every time I see the no damage instead of a pierce, I just cry on the inside a little bit. Ow. Please be nice to me. Alright, this time for sure. I wish there was like Phila's Might or like Nini's Grace or something like that, some of the stat boosting rings. I feel like that would help a lot in a case like this. I feel like they're very helpful in Fire Emblem 7 0% growths. I think that might be something that I try soon. I don't know if I want to do another like official game 0%, but I've been thinking about like wanting to showcase a lot of different like ROM hacks. Like and like not like based off of actual like other Fire Emblem titles like when I did Sacred Echoes or when I did Project Ember. But there's like a lot of really cool ROM hacks out there that I like want to do on stream. Like some that I've played before and some that I haven't. There's this one ROM hack that someone made called Iron Emblem or FEE because iron on the periodic table is FE, where all your characters are pretty much nameless, and you have to take like characters that have the same stats as generic enemies to like the end of the game. And it's like a very interesting idea because like the game was built around the idea of like Iron Manning, similar to like Fire Emblem 11, where if too many of your units died, they would give you free units. Yeah, exactly. Guy 1, Guy 2, Guy 3. Actually, the way the game calls it, it's like 5th Battalion, 27th Battalion, 5th Captain, or like 3rd Captain of the Mage Corps. Like they don't have actual names. Oh, Magi, I love Vision Quest. I was thinking about doing Vision Quest actually because I beat it a long time ago. Like last year I beat it. But they apparently put out like a new patch with like a lot of like extra content. So I might actually go through like a Vision Quest Iron Man because that game was built really well for Iron Manning. Also earlier, I'm glad to see no one I'm glad to see that's I think the dancer rings are really fun items. I think Phila's Might is a really neat item. I think I got a crit there. I'm so upset. Alright. Please. Please. We're gonna get there. We're gonna make it, bros. We're gonna make it. Phila's Might. Yeah, there's such broken items. I feel like they probably are like the crux of a lot of 0% growth strats in that game specifically. Because where else are you going to get plus 10 strength or defense? Such litany throws are useless. I don't know, man. I feel like an extra 10% to crit is pretty nifty, if not a little bit of a meme. Alright. We're at 109. Have I played The Last Promise? Oh, the last time I did a marathon stream, I did an entire showcase on The Last Promise. I talked about all my favorite parts about The Last Promise. The Last Promise is one of the funniest Fire Emblem ROM hacks. Tell me, can you handle the weight of a soul? Divisian Knights. while his world from Sonic 06 starts playing in the background. I don't think any Fire Emblem ROM hack will have the same cultural impact on the Fire Emblem ROM hacking community as The Last Promise. That game has also just changed the way I perceive the song His World. This divine lightning shall pierce the skies. Oh, that crit quote's so good. I'm so excited. A lot of you probably know that I'm getting an upgraded 3D model soon. And I'm excited to debut that. I'm going to be debuting my new 3D model on Thursday next week with a big karaoke stream. And Kenji did such a good job on that. I'm so excited because I asked him if he'd be able to make the... Yeah. So soon, right? I'm really excited to show it off. But I asked Kenji if he'd be able to replicate the Fire Emblem Echoes art style, and he really did a phenomenal job emulating Hidari's art style. It looks so good. I'm so ready to make like edits and stuff that look like actual like Fire Emblem inspired like critical hit portraits and like dialogue like screenshot mockups, because the way his art came out, the way his like lighting and shading on the model came out, it looks like it just fits exactly in Shadows of Valencia. I'm super excited to start showing it off and then also to start being able to use it. It is probably like, I'm probably going to use that more often than my live 2D, actually. Yeah, exactly. It looks like almost identical, honestly. Like, the way it's like shaded and like, just like the way it's drawn. Remember when 2018 The Last Promise 2? Have we ever heard anything about The Last Promise 2? I remember it got announced, but I don't remember them actually like saying anything about it. Oh boy, we are almost at the end of the first bottle of beer here. Luckily, I had foresight and drank the strongest bottle of beer first. Or I guess it's a can of beer. We're at 121. I don't remember how long it took me to get this on when I was doing this on my own. It took a little bit. It's not gonna be bye-bye. I'm still gonna have Change Dimension be a redeem. So if anyone ever wants to see the live 2D, it'll still be there. And I feel like because like the 3D model's so good, and I feel like my 2D, like everyone knows my live 2D model, I feel like that'll be more of an incentive for people to use that. We're gonna make Kenji collab with you. So I make you. Oh, that'd be so cool. An outfit, yeah, like a new texture. Because the way it stands right now, the current outfit that my 3D model is wearing is just something that I bought off of Booth. But that'd be really cool if we like got new textures for the model, because right now it's like more like an idol kind of outfit, like a princely looking outfit, which I do like, but I also think it'd be cool to have like closer to like more casual wear, like more like what I would actually wear, like the cloak and the cravat and everything. But that's probably going to be a ways in the future. I'm excited to like do stuff with that though. I found like a model posing program for Vroids. I'm excited to make more goofy posts on the internet with them. Help me convince him. I'm sure it wouldn't take a lot of convincing. Though Kenji is also very swarmed with a lot of Vroid requests because his Vroid work is phenomenal. Like, a lot of people will talk down on like 3D models and Vroids, but Kenji is like one of the like multiple Vroid artists that I know that just make that program look way better than like what I've seen like people shell like a bunch of money into. Like, some people put a lot of money into like getting like someone who like makes their models in Blender or something. Like, don't get me wrong, those models are also good, but like Kenji's model, the fact that he does that all in Vroid, like, everyone memes on the program, but, like, his work is beautiful. Like, he also did, like, Bodega's, Vroid. If you haven't seen Bodega, actually, I'm gonna shout her out, because you should take a look at her channel. So, Bodega. That. Her model was also made by Kenji, the same person who did my model, and it just looks so good. Did I get critted? I also just didn't realize I never remuted Visual Boy Advance. So let's do that. Wait. But yeah, Blender is a pain in the ass. I have seen. I know everyone memes about the donut tutorial, but you really need to, like, learn that tutorial in order to, like... It's, like, such a big foundational building to, like, understand the tools of Blender and stuff. Oh! God, I hate this game! Why did I get the crit? Ah! Wait, does that mean that the Pierce proc could be coming up? There's a big difference between the chance to crit and the chance to get a Pierce. Let's see. Is this the one? No. 2 crit procs in a row, but no Pierce. That's so sad. Is this a Pierce proc? How do I keep on getting Pierces? There's so many low RNs here. I don't know what the order for checking Pierce versus crit is. Also, I just realized, did I have my mic, the game muted the whole time? Or was I showing something? Wait, I also missed what I just saw. I'm sorry. That's a little scuff. Oh geez, this was muted the whole time? No one told me. There we go. Now we're back. Can I see a Pierce? No Pierce. And I've definitely reset, like... I'll put it up to 140. I know I've reset a lot. I put some music. I wonder, when did I turn away the music? I don't remember hitting the headphones. That's so weird. Sometimes you just hit the wrong buttons on Streamlabs. I'm so sad. I saw like 3 separate crit procs happen, but I guess none of the numbers were low enough for a Pierce proc. That 6 RN difference. There's a crit. I want to say that crit checks before kills do, so maybe this will be the one. Priceless moment, Pierceless moment. Like, I keep on getting these Pierces, or these crits here. Like, imagine if this was a level up. You'd get so many stats leveled up, but none of these are below 8%, I guess. Oh, that's so sad. Is the, do you hear the music now, though? I hope it's playing. It seems like it's playing through my, scene, so it should be playing now. Ugh. So sad. Alright. How long was it gone for? I don't even know how long it's been since I've been just resetting. Jeez. Wait. Alright, we'll get there though. We'll get there. Even if it makes me go through multiple beers to get there. We're almost eclipsing at around 110.30. That's strange. But okay. Am I gonna get to the point where it's gonna be like really fuzzy to actually hit the buttons to make sure that I'm hitting the right save states, load states, and reset counter? Not yet. Not yet. Oh, that's how long I've been trying to play. No, I'm just wondering how long the music hasn't been playing for, because I know I had it on earlier. Because I remember you made a comment about the music. But, I think there was a point... Oh, I guess I had Visual Boy Advance. I might have muted the wrong thing. I might have muted headphones instead of Visual Boy Advance. Oh, that might have been what happened. Oh, I'm such a dummy. That's 2 crits in a row, but no Pierce. That's so sad. How am I getting so many non-Pierces? I just want to see the funny blue sparks, please. I'm getting so many, like, RNs between, like, 9 and 14. Or 9 and 13, I think it would be. Such a struggle. But you know what? We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there eventually. How tall am I? I am 5'6½". I'm supposed to be. I realized someone pointed out recently that my model is actually 8.5 heads tall, but that I tell everyone that I'm 5'6½" because I think there was a little bit of a mishap. That's gonna be another thing that I want to get worked on whenever I get a version 2.0, is to represent myself in the proper proportions. I am not a tall man. I look like I may be tall. I'm handsome, but not tall. Wait. Yeah, almost 170. Correct. Like 169. Funny number, actually. It wasn't intentional, but when I put the conversions in. I mean, I know that I will in the future. I just don't know when in the future. I want to get another live 2D. This was like my first live 2D. I wasn't sure what I was doing when I was getting it commissioned. I do like this a lot, but I also want to get a new one. You know, I want to get an alternate outfit is what I want. That's my plans for the future. I also missed a lot of resets. We're gonna put myself at 153. Wink, wink, wink. Of course, sir, of course. Especially after that excellent art piece you did. I know you mentioned yesterday that you would want to do a live 2D of me, and I would be more than happy to commission you for that. You know, just like a more like casual, realistic, normal human wear, as opposed to just fancy man, fancy fantasy man. God, this is taking a bit. Though I did know what I was signing myself up for. Of course, of course. No damage. The exciting thing about almost finishing this beer means that I get to try a new beer. And you know what? Trying new beer is always one of my favorite things. Every time I go to a restaurant, I pretty much exclusively always buy something new. It's very rare that I actually get a beer that I've had previously in the past. You think it's coming that you're tall enough for it? I mean, sometimes you just literally need to be able to assert dominance. And what better way to assert dominance than showing your height and the ability to T-pose on people? I do not know what it's like to be tall, but I'm sure it's probably fun. How many hours would I say I've drunk? Like, how many hours have I been drunk for in a total in my life? Probably, combined together, more than I would like to say. Magic would carry you around because you're too lazy to walk. So yeah, I do not know how I would estimate that. Maybe like, I'm trying to think. At least over 100 hours. How many beers would I say I've drank? That's an embarrassing question. Probably in the high 3, low 4 digits. You small, but also carrying people far distances. Sometimes you just gotta piggyback someone, you know? Sometimes you just gotta princess carry someone over a long distance. And you know what? That's okay. Princess carrying is nice. I once leapt into a friend's arms, princess carry style, and they caught me. Because I knew they would. You know, that's just how friendship is. That's how camaraderie is. That's how just having allies is. Oh man, this is... I knew it was gonna be pretty bad. I wasn't sure what the over-under would be for this. I was thinking under 300. An entire oval. I feel that. I have, in fact, princess carried Wisteria in the past. Yeah, there have been multiple times where I've done so. Taida, what's up? What's up, Taida? Good to see you. As you can see, oh, wait. Did we get it? Let's turn off this music and let's turn back on sound. I think we might be. Let's see this happen. Pierce! Alright. So this is the part where we massacre our entire army. Good night, Cormag. We got the Pierce proc. So now we have to save state like our lives depended on it. Because watch. Garrick does 16 damage. Everyone's going to sacrifice their lives for this. For the future of Magvel! And we have to really sit through all this. Ah! Get the blood running. Live on the battlefield. This day will come. Alright. Sierra's bloodthirsty. Nidhogg. He dodged an 83% chance! Are you serious? That's insane. How did he dodge? Alright, what we gotta do here now... We gotta trade the Warp Staff. Because right now, Mur cannot reach, and Mur is one of the characters we need to be able to reach the final boss. Staff, Warp. The audacity? That's like 94.4. And this is just a lucky... Yeah, exactly. That's just really funny. Let's go get it, Mur. Rah! I want to see one of my characters get crit. That's not a crit. Ah, Mur has 15 HP. She literally just explodes. This is the one that I'm not ready for. 61%. He gets double too, which is like really funny. Get off near. Ah! Yeah! Alright, Sala? Get him with Excalibur. Imagine if he crit. Oh, I love the Sage animation. This reminds you of the Fire Emblem H5 strat of warping and Tiki Nagi reviving them, but then fucking warping them in. Just letting them die multiple times just for the sport. Sorry, Grandma. Beauty. Now. This is your story, Erica. Why the fuck do you do 7 damage? This is your story, Ephraim. Alright, Ephraim, go get him. There we go. And we've done it. Ephraim has positive true hit, right? 0% growth and Ephraim actually has positive true hit. And that, everyone, is Fire Emblem 8. 0% growths. It's over, isn't it? Evil has been imprisoned, locked away. The legends of old have mirrored in actions today. Yeah, whatever. Epilogue. Only an hour, yeah, after you consider the fact that I had to play through a little bit of the chapter. Yeah, an hour of resets only. Not too bad. I've been doing this. This run has been going on for, I think, about a little over 2 months. That's so weird. Like, because I've only been doing, yeah, we made it. I definitely think I did more resets that I didn't count, though. That is Fire Emblem, the Sacred Stones. And I'm going to open up a new can. I'm going to open up this funnel cake, this Mexico coffee funnel cake beer, just to celebrate. Oh my god, it's so the condensation on this is insane. Oh, it just foamed everything. It's spilling all over me. This is incredibly bad. Give me a second. Yeah, that was bad. No, it's coffee beer. You beat this game quickly for the stream. Yeah, I only had the final chapter to go through, Action Production, and in order to beat the final chapter, it literally could have ended in 30 minutes. It could have ended in 2 hours. It could have ended in 4 hours. It just depends on how lucky we got. We made it, though. We made it in a reasonable amount of time, and I'm glad you were all able to stick around to watch me do so. And that is Fire Emblem Sacred Stones. I really like how they do the artwork in this game. Like, the really low pixel artwork that you see is, like, covering the entire screen. Like, you can see the individual pixels here, and it looks really cool. Yeah, this run took me about 2 months to beat. I think so. I'm definitely gonna be playing through Advanced Wars Days of Ruin for a bit. I don't know if I'm gonna go through another Fire Emblem game immediately, but I'm definitely gonna probably go through a ROM hack. That's what I wanted to do. So we've gone through 0% growths. I can finally say that I have that under my belt. I've done a 0% growth run. I've done multiple Iron Man runs. I think that's pretty good. And tomorrow we're gonna continue on the Kingdom Hearts 2 randomizer. I think we've got some pretty good accomplishments here. I'm excited to do the randomizer. I think I can beat it tomorrow, if not one more playthrough. And now we have to see my favorite part. Well, I'm done for now, I think. We're just gonna go through the credits, and I'm gonna just send you guys over because I didn't want this to be too long of a stream. Congrats. Right? We only got, what is it? 12, and then 20. That's, well, like 22 sips. Look at that. Look at how many times Seth fought. 231 fights, 137 wins. He only lost 4 times. This is one of my favorite parts about any Fire Emblem game, is just seeing the credits roll and seeing how all your characters did. And this time it's interesting because in the Iron Man, you pretty much just see died at for most of your characters. But here you can see a lost record and see like how many times I used them. Like Gilliam fought 11 times. We'll speed through a little bit of this though. The text goes so slowly. And yeah, 1 beer is nothing to me. Just 1.5 beers. I wish the stats showed how many times like Mulder used a staff though. That would be a funny stat. Because I took him through the entire game. And he only got attacked 14 times. And he killed 7 things. Pretty solid. Vanessa did a decent amount of job, but she fell off really hard. Ross literally died 2 chapters after he got recruited. Garcia did useful stuff and then he fell off because he's not a good unit. Colm opened chests. Beef moment. Namie literally never did anything except recruit Colm. 0 battles, 0 wins, 0 losses. So sad. Oh, Arthur. This one was really sad. I had Arthur do a fair amount, but then he got, like, picked off by something, and I was just like, not worth it. Not worth it to save him. Luke fought 4 times and won once. Joshua I could have used a lot more, but he couldn't do the actual, he couldn't do the assassination stuff that I wanted him to. Recruiting Colm is more than what Namie usually does. True. That's, like, the most she does. That's the most impact she has. Natasha. Ford got promoted, and I barely use this dude. He just doesn't exist. Oh, wait. I do need to step out for a second. I'm going to be right back. Let me just pause this. Let me just be right back. Idle break. Fucking died, but I'm back now. We're good. So yeah, it's just, I don't know. A lot of the other Fire Emblem playthroughs I've done feel like they like took so much took a lot less time. Thank you. But like, I don't know. There's something that like feels so accomplishing, like such an accomplishment to like do a run like this. I think it's because I've done a lot of Iron Mans before, which is like the usual kind of content that I did. But like challenging myself to like beat a game where characters don't get stronger, you just have to deal with like what the game gives you. I feel like there's just something different about that. Like, I managed to plan my way around all the stuff the game had to throw at me without getting any stronger than the game makes you. You know, like a level 1 kind of run. And it's like really satisfying, you know? We're done. Look at Innes. 101 battles, 60 wins. He was definitely like a carry for the end of the game. Siren just died. I remember she died and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna try to kill the boss. And then we killed the boss immediately. I was like, nope, not going back for you. That's it. You're done. Goodbye. Dussel died at Sacred Stone. Oh, all the characters that we let die died at Sacred Stone. We're gonna see a lot of this. F in the chats for all of the characters that we just lost. Died at Sacred Stone. That's 3. Oh no, she's alive. Succeeded her uncle as ruler. Yeah. Dozla did a lot of useful stuff, but then we couldn't take him to the last chapter. We also couldn't take Rennek into the last chapter. Garrick. Oh, Garrick did so much! 160 and 76 wins. Oh, what a strong unit. Ewan existed. Ewan gave us the energy ring and then fucked right off. Marissa definitely died the moment I recruited her. Sala. Oh, Sala did so much for this entire run. Sala was the hardest carry. Myrrh, wounded at Sacred Stone, but remained until the end. That always gets me. Like the story relevant characters that couldn't die, remained till the end. Shut up, Ephraim. There we go. Erica, the queen. Ugh, sorry about that. And that's it. Ewan lived, yeah. Ewan barely lived. They'll all be remembered. And that's Fire Emblem: The Sacred Stones. That was 0% growth. I thought this would be something that I would have like dropped. Like I wouldn't have seen through to the end, like the Radiant Dawn Iron Man that I still haven't finished yet. But we did it. We made it to the end. I'm pretty proud of myself for that. We actually managed to beat Fire Emblem: The Sacred Stones at 0% growth. So I'm gonna probably think about what I want to do for the next Fire Emblem playthrough. I'm definitely gonna just update my schedule, or put out an update on my schedule. I'll definitely probably play some kind of Fire Emblem next week as well. Doesn't Ewan get 1 round on his joint chapter? He does get 1 round on his joint chapter. You are correct. He immediately dies. But he didn't get hit. I didn't let him get hit by anything, so he managed to survive. I don't know. I feel like it's like weird to just like... It's been a short stream. But you know what? I think tomorrow's stream is going to be pretty long, so it'll round out. And I have a lot of like exciting stuff prepared for next week as well. So we'll leave it at that. Let's just go and find someone to raid. Thank you guys all for stopping by to watch me hit the reset button for like an hour and a half. Tomorrow's stream is going to be some more Kingdom Hearts. Where did I go? Why did VTube Studio close? Honey. Why am I gone? Let me open myself back up. For some reason, VTube Studio just closed out on itself. Uh-oh. Yeah, tomorrow's stream is going to be some more Kingdom Hearts 2. I want to be able to beat the game tomorrow. So hopefully we manage to do that tomorrow. Let me just put myself back here. I don't remember closing out VTube Studio. Damn, speed stream. I mean, I've definitely done 90-minute streams before. And you know, it's just the case of like, that's kind of just how I have to like do certain streams sometimes. You know, I just living with other people, you don't want to take too long. So yeah. Drink more water so you don't get sick. Yeah. Thank you for the reminder. I've barely drank any of my water. Thank you for stopping by, though. Tomorrow, we'll probably do a longer Kingdom Hearts stream. I want to shoot for probably like 2 or 3 hours next stream. I really feel like I'll be able to... Thank you for drowning me. 1 second. Let's see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take a sips. I don't know how loud my sips are, but I'm gonna take a sip for 8 seconds. I'm gonna look at my timer and ready? 3, 2, 1. That was 8 seconds of sips. I think that's appropriate enough. All right. So, let's go and pay a visit to line. Let's go and pay a visit to a good friend of mine, a friendly little cowboy named Colt. Let's go and raid Lone Star Colt. He's playing some Metroid Zero mission. I'm a fan of Metroid. It's one of those games that, you know, like, you hear a lot about and you want to play, but like every time you play it, you just get lost and then you drop it. But I always enjoy other people experiencing Metroid because it's such a cool game. I love the Metroidvania genre. I've like beaten a couple. Like, I've beaten Guacamelee and I've beaten like Ori and the Blind Forest. Or the Ori series is probably one of my favorite series of games. Ori and the Blind Forest and Ori and the Will of the Wisps are, they're just like top tier content. Those games are like beautiful to look at. That's something that I want to play on stream maybe. I remember I tried learning to speedrun Ori and the Blind Forest like a long time ago, and trying to learn to speedrun a game that you like but you're bad at is always such a painful experience. I like couldn't get past like the first 10 minutes of the game of the speedrun because I just couldn't pull off any of the strats. I can beat the game, but when it comes to speedrunning platformers, it's just, I'm gonna stick to speedrunning things like Kingdom Hearts and Katamari Damacy. But let's go and raid Lone Star Colt. He's playing some Metroid Zero mission right now. Let's go pay him a visit. Thanks for stopping by, everyone. I hope you enjoyed watching me go through about 170 resets.
We're proud of the
but now is time to go. As always, class is dismissed.